Good evening, Niseko. I'm Jeff Curry, and you are listening to Into the Mystic, a program where I talk about the power and the mystery of the music that moves us. I'll be introducing artists that I've had the good fortune to know and make music with over the years. And today, I would like to introduce the percussionist by the name of Winterhawk Spencer. That's a really interesting name. And I remember the first time that I met Mr. Winterhawk Spencer, he introduced himself as such. And that, together with his look, he has a very striking look. He's a very big man. And with the name like Winterhawk, and he has these like really piercing blue eyes, and I was just like, what? I didn't know what to think, you know. So Winterhawk is a Native American name, and after talking to him a little bit, I realized that that's his actual name. He was given a Native American name. So yeah, I didn't know what to think at first. This was before we played music together and just talking. And I was like, is this guy a real musician? Is he an actor? Or what's going on here? But after we started playing, you know, it was obvious that, you know, he can play and everything was cool, you know, and he's totally great, you know. But that was kind of funny because I'd never met anyone quite like him, you know. So it's always really cool to meet people that are individuals. And anyway, that's my story about meeting Winterhawk, and we've been in contact here and there over the years, and I'm hoping one day that we can play together again and possibly do something, collaborate either online or live. We shall see how things pan out. So anyway, a little bit about his background, and I'm going to try to keep this short. Winterhawk Spencer has been playing percussion for over 30 years. Congas, bongos, timbales, djembe, and more recently, the hand pan. And I'll explain what that is a little bit later. We're going to feature some of that music coming up. He studied at the Marley College in New York City as a classical percussionist in a chamber classical group. And he later went on further to study ethnic percussion at Boys Harbor Music School in Spanish Harlem. Some of his teachers that have taught at that school, Tito Puente, Ray Barreto, Sheila E., and many other famous percussionists. And the styles that he studied are Afro-Cuban, Haitian, Afro-Brazilian, West African, and as well as jazz, funk, and fusion. He was a percussionist for the African dance company Batato Yetu, and they have done personal collaboration performances for artists and celebrities such as Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, the Fugees, Roberta Flack, Muhammad Ali, Patti LaBelle, President Bill Clinton, George Benson, Danny Glover, and featured on Sesame Street and National American Television. Winterhawk has performed extensively in New York as well as all over the world. Madison Square Garden, Radio City Music Hall, the White House, Carnegie Hall, Miami Winter Music Conference, South Korea, Germany, Portugal, Italy, England, Canada. He has lived in Japan for over 17 years and is currently playing all over Japan. He's playing yearly at the Sumida Jazz Festival. He also has performed at the Cotton Club, Jido Kichi, Motion Blue, djembe and handpan workshops around Tokyo, and monthly performances at various hotels, Conrad Hotel, Mandarin Oriental, Bagari Restaurant, and he's appeared recently on NHK Music Television in Matsuyama Shikoku with comedian Nambara Kiyotaka. All right, the first song I want to feature here is, I think it's an improvised jam, but it's very, very, very cool. And this is with the instrument I was talking about before, the hand pan. It's basically a steel pan drum, but you play it with your hands, and instead of being bowl-shaped, it's kind of shaped like a UFO or an upside-down bowl, basically. And this features, I hope I'm getting the name right, Kai Pei Tite. And he's a musician living in Tokyo, and he does jazz, soul, rock, and folk music. So this is simply called handpan with banjo and guitar. All right, Winterhawk Spencer, handpan with banjo and guitar, and that's Kai Petite on banjo and guitar. This next one features the Indian drum tabla and handpan, and this is played by Sachin Jain. I hope that's how you say his name, and he is from India, New Delhi area. And this was actually recorded for a dance class, if you can believe that. And it's to get the dance students accustomed to hearing new rhythms and new instruments. Anyway, if you want to check out more of Winterhawk's music, you can go over to YouTube, and his YouTube channel is Djembe555, DJEMBE 555. You can find his YouTube channel, and he's got lots of great videos up of him playing by the ocean and in nature. It's very, very relaxing, cool. And I've been really digging this type of music lately. Gets you into the zone, gets you your mind calmed down so you can focus on what's really important. So here is tabla and handpan. All right, that was tabla and handpan. And if you want more of Winter's music, Winterhawk's music, go over to YouTube. You can type in his name, Winterhawk Spencer, or his channel is Djembe555. That's going to do it for me tonight. We're out of time, unfortunately, so please join me again next week at the same time and channel for more great music. And remember, you can check myself and Yuka Sato playing live at La Villa Lupacia and Sansui Niseko nightly. Thanks so much for listening to Into the Mystic.